I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kelly. We are back with another video. If you guys are new to the channel, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you are into true crime stories, news, politics, and so much more. I would appreciate it, and it's a free way to help me out, and I really do appreciate you guys if you would just subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed or a returning listener or viewer, thank you so much for being a friend, guys. I appreciate y'all so very much, and I thank everyone in advance for watching this video. I just wanted to come on here and quickly talk to you guys about this latest shenanigans put on by the Democrat Party, the let them eat cake moment of the left. Okay, they are having their moment, guys, where they are the ones that are the elites. They're the drama. They're the villains in this story, and they're painting themselves into the perfect corner, and it really is truly delicious to watch. So I wanted to get into this fundraiser that Joe Biden had the other day at Radio City Music Hall, this famous venue, and they were putting on their little song and dance routine to try to gain more elitist dollars, to try to milk millionaires and billionaires for all that they're worth, so they can prop Joe Biden up, by the small of his back for another 4 years, so they can continue to ruin the country that we currently have right now. Yeah, that's what they were up to on the inside, and on the outside, it was the complete opposite. There were protests happening outside. People were not happy with the, elites who were having such a great time, throwing around their millions of dollars, their hundreds of thousands of dollars for photographs and things like that. While the real, Democrat Party, the voters, the base, the average, everyday person, were outside of the venue, screaming about the so-called genocide that's going on in Palestine. And you can think what you want about that, and I have my own thoughts about it as well, but the fact of the matter is it does paint quite the picture, and it really lets you see who's with you and who's against you. And when it comes down to brass tacks, when we really have to look around at the end of the day, there's a saying that's going around, and it's by Glorilla, at the end of the day's got to end.
And at the end of the day got to end.
And, it's looking like it's ending for Joe Biden. And I pray to God that that is the case. So let's get into this story, guys.
But the venue's surrounded by protesters. Not a single MAGA hat in sight. These are angry Democrats, furious with the Biden administration, angry at his foreign policy. Just another example of Biden's base collapsing. But inside, where it's warm, dry, and safe, this isn't your typical fundraiser. It's a heist. Tickets go as high as $500,000. If you want a picture with Barack, Bubba, and Biden, that'll be $100,000. The Biden campaign already announcing it's the biggest political fundraiser in American history. $25 million in one night. Although Trump made $3.5 billion yesterday, so good effort. Bubba and Barack have better things to do tonight, especially Bubba.
Oh my God.
And it's probably embarrassing Biden has to bother them. And these guys are probably looking at each other saying, man, this guy needs help.
There are no two bigger political animals than Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, probably. Right. So they read the same polls that the Biden campaign read, and they know.
Wait, excuse me. Was that a racist jab at Barack Obama? Did you just say animals? Did you just low-key call Barack Obama a monkey? Was that what you just... Hello?
They're looking at each other saying, man, this guy needs help.
There are no two bigger political animals than Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, probably, so they read the same polls that the Biden campaign read, and they know that this is a tough spot for President Biden. A bit of a competitive spirit here, but both Bill Clinton and Barack Obama can explain the Biden challenge and his record perhaps better than Joe Biden can himself.
CNN reporting tonight, Obama is the Biden whisperer. He's the only one who can talk disillusioned Democrats out of their funk. Obama handed Biden his coalition, and Joe wrecked it. Now Joe's saying, hey, can you help me put this thing back together? So Obama's taking over the Biden campaign. The New York Times reporting he's calling the White House constantly and panicked that Joe's going to blow it. He already has.
Genocide Joe has got to go. Genocide Joe has got to go.
What are you here protesting about?
I hate old white men.
Oh my God,
I'm protesting American empire.
The American government is funding a genocide with our tax money.
I'm protesting the American government. Simple as that.
Why are you mad at Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is an old white man.
He's a clown.
He's supporting Israel against Palestine. That's what we're angry about.
He's racist. He's ruining the country.
He's not listening to the American people.
No genocide, Joe. The whole damn system's got to go.
Everyone's also mad with Obama and Clinton, are you?
Yeah, because Obama did drone strikes in the Middle East during his presidency.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
My message to Joe Biden is cease fire now.
You should be ashamed
Go
of
back to
yourself.
your country.
I don't believe you have a...
Ma'am, you need to be ashamed of yourself, okay? You have green hair and an eyebrow piercing, okay? You have daddy issues. You obviously weren't loved enough as a child, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You and Joe Biden can go sit in a corner together, okay, as far as I'm concerned.
an ounce of guilt in your body.
If Joe Biden keeps it up, are you going to vote for him?
No.
No? I'm definitely not voting for him. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
What about Joe Biden? Does he have your vote?
No, he doesn't have my vote.
Who
Trump
does?
2024.
This does.
Oh.
Okay. As you can see.
Absolutely fucking. These are the people we have to share a country with. Okay.
No one's here to see Joe Biden. But the venue's surrounded.
Nor is anyone here to see those dusty, crusty ass titties, okay? Put them away, ma'am. We don't need to see it, okay? You're disgusting. People like that should be ashamed of themselves. Okay, great. Good to know that there's people existing out there like that. Well, anyways, we continue. Even though we were all just assaulted sexually and no one's going to do anything about it, apparently. We all just got to take it. So, Biden raised his record $26 million at a star-studded New York City campaign event. And I just want to show you guys, this was hosted by this fucking retard right here, Stephen Colbert, who is the ultimate shill for the elite class. He is just doing the bidding of, you know, every left-wing politician that there is. I really feel secondhand embarrassment for people like this. You know, the late-night hosts like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and all these people who can't stop suckling at the teat of these leftist politicians just to get thrown some breadcrumbs. It's really quite pathetic, but none more so than Stephen Colbert, because he is the biggest shell. And there was also in attendance, I believe it was Lizzo and Mindy Kaling, people of that stature, okay? And I just want to show you guys, he referred to the event as a grassroots event. You know, the kind you might put on to raise money for your local soup kitchen or booster club. Not Mediaite clowning you guys. That is embarrassing. So it says, what were the three presidents up to? Were they raffling away baskets to parents in a high school gymnasium, serving up plates of cheap spaghetti in a cafeteria? Did they run a makeshift car wash? I would probably say no. Well, not quite. Instead, they were lifting onto center stage to cheers, lights, and smoke like Guns N' Roses, surrounded by adoring fans who came to hear them yap. Stephen Colbert tried to be funny, and Lizzo tried to sing. Oh my God, hello. So here is the moment, guys. The, what they thought was going to be this epic, slam dunk moment for the Democrats and Joe Biden as a candidate when they were quite literally lifted onto the stage like the Three Stooge retards that they are. Okay. I mean, hello. What are you drinking? Oh my God. Oh, Bill. Couldn't get your hands on him that time, could you? So what the purpose of that was, I couldn't tell you. But it was just the start of an evening where they were pissing in our faces and telling us it was raining, okay? That's just what it was. And then the other thing that Biden did during this fundraiser that just was absolute slap in the face to anyone who's paying attention, to anyone who, actually wants our politicians to give even a piece of a fuck about us, was this little stunt that he pulled where he made fun of his obvious Dark Brandon persona, where people can clearly tell that he's possessed by demons. He decided that he wanted to make light of that and poke fun at every one of us who can see what it is that's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking President Clinton, President Obama, and President Biden.
Dark Brandon is real.
I mean, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States.
Are y'all? What are you doing? You think you're part of this? And then they all went backstage and had butt sex together, okay? That's what happened. No surprise for any of those guys right there for that statement to be real. But it's still alleged, okay? So another example of just an utter shit show that was happening on the inside of this Radio City Music Hall was Lizzo's big fat ass decided to get her ass up on the stage and was promptly and utterly roasted for it, which I was also here for. So let's take a look at that.
So there was recently a fundraising event at Radio City Music Hall in New York that featured not one, not two, but 3 war criminal presidents. And the event started with a concert by the establishment's favorite musician, Lizzo. I guess these presidents heard the story about her mistreating her workers and they were like, let's go, that's our girl. She'll definitely be down to do a genocide fundraiser.
Radio City Music Hall! We got 3 presidents in the building tonight. That sounds like a party to me.
That sounds like a party to me. 1 million people in Gaza are on the brink of famine. Sounds like a party to me. Biden using our taxes to send Israel more warplanes so they can take the lives of another 10,000 children? That's a party to me. Raising money for the guy who destroyed Libya, the guy who destroyed Gaza, and the guy who carpet bombed Serbia? That's a party to me. I mean, it's really wild to juxtapose what our politicians and rich people are doing here in America as they are actively facilitating the starvation of little babies in Gaza. All facilitated by this man, Joe Biden, who just sent Israel another $14.5 billion. And he has the gall to come before us and do a fundraiser asking for more money.
Girl, he ain't asking you for shit. Oh, it's Lizzo right there. I'm kidding. That's an ad.
Sounds like a party to me.
Girl, hello.
Shut up. I'm so sick of you people.
One of the reasons why Lizzo got a lot of backlash the other day was because she was performing at the pro-genocide fundraiser. And so many people hate that 2 things can be true at once. Yes, Lizzo has been unfairly targeted in her career because she happens to be a black, fat woman. But it is also true that she's mean. Bro, I don't care what anybody says. I think it's fucked up when a celebrity or somebody who has millions and millions and millions of followers.
So I'm sorry, it's not the fact that she's mean that she's been targeted. Maybe, let's hold on to our pants for a second here. It's not the fact that maybe she's just a nasty woman, a nasty, as you call her, fat black woman, and maybe that's why she was targeted. No, we have to attribute that to her race and her sex, okay? No, if we all can remember, Lizzo has been accused of sexually harassing and putting her dancers, her backup dancers, into very sketchy positions and situations. She's been accused of some heinous shit, okay? Lizzo is a pig, okay? So let's just cut the bullshit. And again, here we have another liberal white woman, so I really can't, ask too much from her, but just, I hate when they throw in the identity politics when something really has no need for it whatsoever, okay? It's unnecessary. The criticism can exist without having to pander to, a woke position, okay?
Followers. Target someone on this app that's just like a regular person that barely has any followers. If you have a ton of influence and a massive following and you sick inadvertently or on purpose, you're following onto some rando, that is bullying. That is cruel. And I've seen her do that, and it's not okay. She seems, allegedly, but she seems to be a mean person who was very, allegedly, cruel and degrading to her own staff members. But I feel like going and performing at this pro-genocide fundraiser really just says one of two things. Either one, she has become incredibly out of touch. She's so used to now with rubbing shoulders with elites and with extremely wealthy and influential people that she thinks that going to an incredibly elitist fundraiser with the likes of Barack Obama and Bill Me Too Clinton is totally cool. Or B, she just doesn't give a fuck about what's happening in Gaza. Could be one or the other, could be both. I don't really care. I think anyone that went to that fundraiser, that includes Clinton and Obama and Stephen Colbert and Mandy Kaling and all of the other people that went to that fundraiser and clapped and cheered as Obama made smug fucking comments to the protesters as the police ripped them out of there violently, are no friend to you, me, or to anybody else. These people don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about what's happening in the world. They don't give a fuck about what's happening to the Palestinians. I really hope that one day people wake up and check their celebrity worship. Okay. That doesn't mean, as I've said a million times, that you can't.
I hope that one day people wake up and just get a grip, okay? Just get a full-on, an entire grip on themselves, because these people are just ridiculous. And, on one hand, I do like the left eating themselves. I love to see it on full display. I love to see these people enter their circular logic and try to, hamster wheel themselves to death. It's funny to me, as a person who has common sense, I find it to be quite humorous, but on the other hand, it pisses me off to no ends, because it's infuriating to watch these people talk out of both sides of their mouth and at the same time not know what the fuck they're talking about. And I just wish that people would give even a sliver of a fuck about this country and stop worrying so much about other countries. And, when you protest at an event, you're going to be ripped out of there. And it doesn't mean that it's violent. It just means that you're getting your ass dragged out, okay? People get dragged out of events. People get dragged out of bars. It happens, ma'am, okay? Let's just all calm down. Everything's not violence. Everything is not, something that's happening to you and you're a victim. So I need people to get a grip on that. Okay? All right. So let's look at some of these protesters, because I was here for it. And it's not that I'm here for, Palestine and I'm Team Palestine. I still, to this day, as I have had from the beginning, no stance either way on what is happening in Israel and Palestine. Now, I have reflected further on this point, and I will just say this. As a Christian, I do believe that there should be some neutrality in Israel and in the Holy Land, because it is an important place for every religion, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, whatever. You can think whatever you want about any one of those religions or all of them, or you can be an atheist, whatever have you. But I do believe that there should be some neutrality and some ability for any one of those religions and people who practice them. There should be room and there should be space and the ability for those people to go and do their, religious voyages to those places and to be able to worship in those lands. And I think it should be always allowed for every religion. I just do. I think that is something that is important because of the magnitude of that place. Okay. That's just what it is. People understand the importance of what took place at, biblical times on that land, and there is historic and religious significance there. And with that being said, I do kind of believe that the ones who would uphold that more so would be probably the Jews. But at the same time, I think it should be a mixture of all three. I think that there should be a neutrality and a commonality amongst Christians, Muslims, and Jews in order to reach some sort of agreement and to allow there to be, a peace in one area of the world, okay? And, what better place to have neutrality than in this holy land, okay? So I don't know if we'll ever achieve that, but I'm just saying, and like I said, after doing some reflecting on it, and I'm not saying I'm Team Israel either, because I'm definitely fucking not whatsoever. And I'm not Team Palestine either. I think it's horrible what's happening there. And I think under no circumstances should Israel be bombing the fuck out of civilians, indiscriminately bombing Christians and Muslims and women and children in the Gaza Strip or anywhere else for that matter. And I think it's horrific what the Hamas people did to the Jews on October 7th, okay? It's all horrifying, okay? I think the fact that we have to see these war crimes happen on our Twitter feeds is absolutely deplorable and disgusting. I think it's bad for humanity overall. I think that we have been tarnished as a people for having had to see these things, okay? Our children, our young people, having to witness these things in real time is just poison to a people as a whole. So I think it's just all bad and just should be stopped altogether. I really do believe that these things are not for social media. Yes, news matters, and I think that it matters to show what's really going on, but for it to be accessible to people of all ages, to children who don't know any better, for people to get themselves into a tizzy like this over having to see these horrifying crimes and these horrifying atrocities happen, and then not really understanding the full context of it, it does do a disservice to us all, okay? And I think that it's just overall, like I said, toxic and poisonous to humanity as a whole, as a people. So let's look at some of these protesters and then we'll jump on out of here, guys, because this was really the best part of it. Like I said, this was the juxtaposition of the rich Democrat elite and what they try to portray, the people that they try to make, believe that they are for the people, by the people. They're men and women of the people. They stand for you, the voters. When in actuality, all they stand for is the next dollar that they can shovel into their pockets. Okay, so let's look at some of these protesters.
There was an insurrection.
Shame on you, Joe Biden! Shame on you! Shame on you! You are funding genocide in Palestine, and no amount of full concern that you will change the billions that you are
Oh my
doing.
gosh, hello.
You did blood on your hands!
Yes, I love that for them.
Blood on your hands!
That's too good. Oh, this is good right here. This is breaking news, people. President Biden confirms his son Beau passed away in the horrific bridge collapse in Baltimore 14 years ago today. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, guys. It's no laughing matter. It's not a joke, okay? Not a joke, okay? This happened. It really did. Okay. Just wanted to share that with y'all. And, I really loathe the people who shout down the shout downers, okay? The anti-shout downers. Those are the worst kinds, okay? When someone's, and I get it, you're in an event, you probably paid good money for it, and you hate the person that's interrupting and disrupting the event. I get it, and maybe I would feel differently if this was an event that, I valued. I don't value this one, so maybe I'm a little biased. But at the same time, I would like to think that, if somebody's shouting down at an event, especially at a political event, let the person fucking speak. Just, let them have their moment and, make the politicians be accountable. If they have a quip or if they can, answer to what it is the person's shouting them down for, all the better. But if they can't, then maybe people should really evaluate that and take a look at that and really understand what it is that's going on in those moments, and realize that maybe, hey, the person that's being shouted down right now, these three idiots on the stage, don't really have an answer for this person who's protesting them at this event. So I don't know. I just really can't stand when people get angry and pissed off at their fellow participants, their fellow people, their fellow citizens, in the audience who have a gripe, you know, maybe you should look into what it is they're shouting about.
Genocide of Palestine and no amount of full control! You have blood on your hands! Blood on your hands!
I came out here today to protest President Biden, who all of us here consider a war criminal. He's giving Israel billions of dollars in weapons and military aid to murder innocent Palestinians, 14,000 children already, to destroy all of Gaza and commit a genocide.
They have sold out their constituents because about 80% of the Democratic base doesn't support what is happening in Gaza right now, doesn't support the U.S.'s complicity in what is happening in Gaza. This is our genocide as well as Israel's.
Okay, girl.
And they have sold us all out.
You went too far as usual, woman. As usual, you went too far. This is our genocide as well? Okay, calm down.
I won't be voting for Biden for sure. Because, I mean, even if he stopped the war right now, just for what the Palestinian people have suffered, I can't.
What about your people, man? The masks have got to go, people. Still wearing a mask at this point. I hate you. I do. It's a strong stance to take, but I do. I hate you. You know, that's partly kidding. Very, very minor part. But anywho, just when I start to, you know, really kind of give a little bit of glimmer of, you know, sympathy and empathy towards Palestinians, and it is horrifying what they're going through, you know, and this ire is mainly directed towards American retards who have more care and who have more outrage, who have more sympathy for a foreign nation in the Middle East than they do with what's happening in their very own country. It really just irritates my soul to the very core of my being that, you know, just when I start to have a little bit of, like, you know, compassion towards their cause, they lose me, because I can see the disdain that they have for their own country, and meanwhile advocating for this foreign country who 9 times out of 10, if any of those people who are there would actually go and visit Palestine, would probably be either killed or, you know, thrown off a building, or, you know, made to, like, follow Sharia law and, like, stoned to death in the streets. I don't know. Palestinians will not be kind to these people at the end of the day. They do have a different way of living. They are a third world country. They're different than us. Those are just the facts of the matter, okay? People need to face reality. With all that being said and all that being put aside, one thing that can and does comfort me at night is these, you know, Biden supporters being shouted down and accosted leaving this event. This is one of my favorite moments of the entire thing. Oh my God, imagine holding a Biden-Harris sign unironically. Oh my God, somebody come get your mother, okay? The secondhand embarrassment I feel for every person out here is disgusting. Hello, ma'am? You're holding a Biden sign, ma'am.
Genocide, go! That's got to go!
Great, though. I just love this. Oh my God. These people have signs. Unironically, have Biden signs. Shame on you! Yeah. Shame on all of you, actually. Oh my God, not violence. Not actual violence. Oh my. That guy's not waving his sign. Oh no. This is so funny.
I hope you love Trump.
I hope you love Trump. We do. Thank you. What are you getting women's faces now? The left? Is this you? That you left in this woman's face? What kind of fucking alternate universe is this? This is great. This is what I'm talking about. This is the hypocrisy. This is the left eating the left that we love to see. It's just so incredibly funny to me. And it's just wild to see how much the Democratic Party has changed, because they used to be, and they touted this reputation for being the party of the working class and the minorities and all of the women and all of the, this color, that color, and every, melting pot of America, all the bullshit. And now it's just rich white Jews and other, facets of that genre coming out of this event, okay, who are the Democrats now. And all of these, minorities are either not voting for Biden, they might be voting for Trump, I don't know, or they're just, fully retarded from the, propaganda that they have had implanted into their brains, and they're just lost causes. Either way, it's a shit show. What is going on?
Palestinian women are getting raped right now! Who's getting raped on the fucking line?
Absolutely not. If you don't get the fuck out of my face.
Comfortable. Yeah, I love you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Children are dying as we speak, and you think it's funny? There's no two-day solution. You just fuck what the fuck you proposing. You should know better. I'm glad you think this is fucking funny. You have nothing to say now, huh?
Ma'am, she doesn't talk to you, okay?
Genocide supporters! Genocide supporters! Shame on you! Genocide supporters!
This is so funny. Aww. Aren't we all supporting a genocide somewhere? What's going on? Oh my god, people are mad. People are very mad.
You have fun with Trump. You have fun with Trump.
We will have fun with Trump. Thank you. Thank you for that, sir. We will. Thank you for your blessing on that. It's just a ridiculous... it's a clown world. It's a clown country that we're living in. And, I don't even know who the ringleader of this damn circus is. But here we are, people. Here we are. And this is what we have to deal with in the future. It's only going to get more and more and more, okay? These retards are having children, and they're raising those children to be even bigger retards, okay? Let's just all understand that and realize what is going to be coming down the pipeline. And let's prepare ourselves for it, because it's scary. It's a scary proposition. And we need to all be ready for what's going to happen. And I think everyone needs to do a little self-reflection. All of these people who get so worked up over a cause, over the next, thing. I support the next thing. I support, X cause. I'm a progressive, liberal, brain mush idiot. Really, I'll say it again. Get a grip on your entire body and sit yourself down somewhere and calm yourself down, because things are going to get worse in this country, and I think we all need to focus on that first and foremost, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to have a street to protest on. You're not going to have, a nice warm coat and a headscarf to drape around your head in a virtue signaling manner for your other leftist friends if we don't get our shit together over here, okay? We're not going to have any of that, because you're going to be starving in the streets of a third world country if we don't get our act together, okay? So, there's wars and genocides and horrifying shit happening all over this globe, okay? Not just in Palestine, not just in the Gaza Strip, and not just the Palestinians, okay? People are actively being killed in mass formation all over the world, and people don't give two single fucks about any of those people who are also facing horrifying wars and horrifying governments and people being repressed in the most sickening ways, and nobody cares or says fucking boo about it. So I just need for everyone to get a grip and let's focus on what's going on here in this country, okay? So we don't have to become like those other nations who it looks very bleak for, okay? But that's all I have to say about that. I want to know what you guys think. Please like the video if you liked it, and comment. Let me know what you think about all of this hypocrisy and the left eating itself and the Democrat elites having their let them eat cake moment, guys. Subscribe to the channel also if you want to see more like this. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.